Hey, my name's Lacey, and I'm calling this the first edition of Bed Talks. Like TED Talks, but in bed, because that's where I am right now, because it's comfortable. I wanted to talk this morning about, oh, yeah, I have a unicorn head. I wanted to talk this morning about the thing that's bugging me today, which is the fact that Wonder Woman was dismissed from being the fictional UN ambassador. For a couple of reasons. I want to talk about this. So, the first reason is that the main argument for the petition that got her dismissed essentially was that it seems contradictory to have a woman who is drawn in skimpy clothing when the main headline in the United States, which obviously is where Wonder Woman was created, is the objectification of women. Now, one of the people at the UN said that fictional ambassadors usually only last a couple months anyway, but I feel really disappointed by the fact that Wonder Woman was dismissed because in dismissing her, they're objectifying her. So they're basically saying that a woman in skimpy clothing can't also be a good ambassador or doesn't know what she's doing, or you can't be attractive and also be smart, basically, is what they're saying, or good at foreign policy, or whatever. So that idea harms women, because we have women that are considered stereotypically attractive who are very good ambassadors. Emma Watson, namely, she's someone that people talk about being attractive all the time, and she's been a successful ambassador and spoken in the UN multiple times for women's rights. So the main thing that frustrates me about the fact that Wonder Woman is being dismissed is that all of the comics, mainly that they're using to support their argument, are from a period of time where every woman was objectified in comics. So it's not just Wonder Woman, but any woman who was being drawn by men, typically, and being drawn to have, to not be proportionate, to have giant hips and giant boobs and tiny heads and, all this stuff. So one of the things that I wanted to suggest that people do, especially those who feel like Wonder Woman objectifies women, is for them to read this book right here, The Secret History of Wonder Woman by Joe Lepore. It's fantastic. It talks about the creation of Wonder Woman. She was actually created as a feminist icon by a man. And just kind of her evolution through the years, and kind of some interesting history about her. And it kind of opens your eyes to the fact that Wonder Woman can be both incredibly sexual and also a really good role model and a really good ambassador. And there's just so much more to Wonder Woman than just her appearance, which is why her being dismissed irritates me, because she's being dismissed on her appearance, which is the exact thing that they're saying that they're trying not to do. So just as kind of an idea of, what she's been throughout the years, the United States Postal Service recently released stamps to commemorate her 75 years of, being a character. So you can kind of see here, we've got kind of original Wonder Woman down at the bottom, Golden Age Wonder Woman, Silver Age Wonder Woman, Bronze Age, and the Modern Age. So you can kind of see her evolution there. The other thing I wanted to talk about was the fact that she's a really universal ambassador, because her appearance can be modified too. So if you truly feel like it's inappropriate, here's DC Superhero Girls Wonder Woman, which I love. As you can see, she's wearing pants. This is like the little superhero high school toys that they're releasing, which I think is really great. So they have a whole line of these: Supergirl, Poison Ivy, Harley Quinn, and Wonder Woman, of course, as you can see. So she's had a lot of appearances over the years. and a lot of different clothing styles, and none of them really matter. But then there's this one, which I found at Kohl's the other day, and I was really excited. And I know that when some of these people look at, the appearance of Wonder Woman, they're seeing scantily clad, clothing or whatever. But when I look at this particular action figure, I got really excited because it's the first time I've ever seen a Wonder Woman action figure that looks super buff. Like, you can see she's got some muscle. She's got some muscle on her legs too. She's got like abs, and she's got pecs. And then, her boobs aren't huge, and she's, a little bit more proportional. Of course, she's still comic book proportions, which is, huge muscles and stuff. But I mean, I've literally seen women that look like this, which is super cool. And yeah, it's still not, the typical female appearance, but it's something that is more realistic. So I felt really disheartened when I saw the news this morning about her being dismissed, because they're not accomplishing what they wanted to accomplish. And I feel like as good as their intentions may have been, it's not the way most of us feel that are comic book fans, or even just women that love Wonder Woman, or men that love Wonder Woman. Because when you hear about someone doing something good, or you hear about someone being kind of that everyday hero, what you hear people say is, oh, she's a real life Wonder Woman. So I feel like as a fictional ambassador, she's the best one that possibly could have been chosen, because she's so universal. Everyone knows her logo, everyone knows what she looks like, and everyone knows that she stands for, truth and justice. She's literally got a lasso of truth. So I just wanted to share some of my thoughts this morning about that, and kind of point out a couple things that I think are lacking from her being dismissed, just from the point of view of someone who really cares about women in politics, and kind of the state of affairs of women all around the world, and just how contradictory I think it is that they're dismissing her based on the fact that they think she's too sexual, according to that petition. So, yeah. So just remember, Wonder Woman is way more than her appearance, and she's a very complex character, and women can be sexual beings and also have brains and brawn. They can be attractive and also be very good at what they do. And I think Wonder Woman exemplifies every little bit of that. All right, this has been the first edition of Bed Talks, like TED Talks, but in bed, where it's comfortable.